Bad breath or halitosis is something most of us have worried about. It's that little nagging thought in the back of your mind before a first date, a big job interview, a casual chat with a friend. You might find yourself covering your mouth with your hand while you talk, keeping more distance than usual. This is more than a minor inconvenience. It can be a social barrier. It can affect our confidence, our interactions, how we present ourselves to the world. The fear of unpleasant breath can make us hesitant to speak up, to laugh freely, to get close. Almost everyone experiences bad breath occasionally. Maybe it's after a garlicky meal first thing in the morning. That morning breath we all know. For many, a good brushing solves it. However, for millions, it's persistent and frustrating. This can be incredibly frustrating and even embarrassing. People often feel isolated. You are not alone. This is widespread and solvable. Understanding the root cause is the first step to reclaiming your confidence and freedom. Throughout my years of research and helping thousands of patients, I've seen firsthand how liberating it is to overcome chronic bad breath. It's like a weight lifted off their shoulders. They can engage in conversations without anxiety, feel more present in relationships, enjoy life's moments worry-free. The goal here is to empower you with knowledge. We'll pull back the curtain on bad breath, explore what truly causes it, arm you with simple, effective, natural strategies to say goodbye to it for good. It's not about quick fixes that only mask the problem. It's about creating lasting freshness from the inside out. Let's embark on this journey together. Forget the shame or embarrassment. Today, we take a proactive, informed approach. We'll break down the science so everyone can understand, move past the myths and get straight to the facts. To defeat an enemy, you must first understand it. When it comes to bad breath, the primary enemy is not the food you ate last night, but a group of specific bacteria living in your mouth. These are anaerobic bacteria. They thrive in environments with little to no oxygen, the back of your tongue, the spaces between your teeth, the area below your gum line. These bacteria feed on proteins found in your mouth, food debris, dead skin cells, mucus. As they break down proteins, they release foul-smelling compounds called volatile sulfur compounds or VSCs. These sulfur gases cause that rotten egg smell. Think of your mouth as a complex ecosystem. When it's balanced, good bacteria keep bad bacteria in check. Poor oral hygiene can quickly tip the scales. Not brushing and flossing regularly leaves a feast for anaerobic bacteria. Food particles get trapped between your teeth. Food particles get stuck on the surface of your tongue, creating an all-you-can-eat buffet. The bacteria multiply rapidly, increasing VSC production. Mints or breath sprays only temporarily mask the odor. They don't address the bacteria producing it. The real solution: disrupt their environment and reduce their numbers. The tongue is a major culprit. Its rough, bumpy surface is covered in tiny papillae that trap bacteria and debris. The very back of the tongue is the most common source of bad breath, often missed during brushing. It's harder to clean and has less contact with saliva. That makes a low-oxygen haven for anaerobic bacteria to flourish. Scraping or brushing your tongue, especially the back, directly combats the source. It physically removes bacterial colonies and the debris they feed on. The fundamental cause of most bad breath is biological. It's the metabolic activity of specific bacteria breaking down proteins. That shifts the focus from covering up smells to creating an inhospitable oral environment for odor-causing microbes. It's not a general failing, it's an imbalance in your oral microbiome. Understanding this lets us use targeted, lasting strategies that go beyond a mint and tackle the problem at its source. While anaerobic bacteria are the primary producers of bad breath, the foods you eat play a significant role in providing them with fuel. Certain foods are notorious for contributing to bad breath. Understanding how they do it can help you make smarter choices. Garlic, onions. When you eat these foods, their pungent sulfur compounds are absorbed into your bloodstream during digestion. From there, they travel to your lungs and are exhaled with every breath. Brushing or mouthwash right after a garlicky meal doesn't fully eliminate the odor. The smell is literally coming from your lungs and will persist until your body processes the compounds. Beyond garlic and onions, high-protein diets can also contribute to bad breath. Our odor-causing bacteria love to feast on proteins, meat, fish, dairy products. As bacteria break down the amino acids, they ramp up production of volatile sulfur compounds. You don't have to become a vegetarian to get fresh breath. Excellent oral hygiene after a protein-rich meal helps clear leftover particles before bacteria get to them. It's all about managing the fuel supply. Coffee and alcohol are common contributors for a different reason. They dry out the mouth. That reduces saliva. your body's natural mouthwash. A dry mouth is a perfect breeding ground for anaerobic bacteria. Coffee's acidity also helps bacteria multiply more easily. Enjoy your coffee, but follow it with a glass of water. Water helps rinse and counteract the drying, acidic effects. On the flip side, some foods help fight bad breath. Apples, carrots, celery. Chewing them scrapes away plaque and food particles. They also stimulate saliva production, which is crucial for washing away bacteria and debris. Foods rich in vitamin C, berries, citrus fruits, bell peppers. These help create an oral environment less welcoming to bacteria. Make these foods a regular part of your diet to support fresh breath from the inside out. One of the most powerful, yet often overlooked allies in the fight against bad breath is your own saliva. Saliva is nature's mouth rinse. It does so much more than just keep your mouth moist. It contains oxygen, which is lethal to the anaerobic bacteria that cause bad breath. It works around the clock to wash away food particles. It neutralizes acids produced by plaque. It sweeps away dead cells from the tongue and cheeks. When your saliva flow is reduced, a condition known as xerostomia or dry mouth, you lose this essential protective mechanism. This creates the ideal low-oxygen, stagnant environment for odor-causing bacteria to thrive and multiply. That leads to a significant increase in bad breath. Many people experience temporary dry mouth without even realizing it. Have you ever woken up with particularly bad morning breath? This happens because saliva production naturally decreases while you sleep. Breathing through your mouth at night exacerbates this effect. Nasal congestion can force mouth breathing. Habitual mouth breathing also dries out oral tissues. That extra drying is why your breath is often at its worst first thing in the morning. The bacteria have had a party all night in a low saliva, low oxygen environment. This shows the direct link between lack of saliva and the proliferation of bad breath. Besides sleep, there are numerous other causes of dry mouth. Many common medications, for high blood pressure, for depression, for allergies, like antihistamines, and for pain. If you've started a new medication and noticed sudden persistent bad breath, this could be the reason. Certain medical conditions, such as Sjogren's syndrome, can impair saliva production, and diabetes can also affect saliva flow. Even lifestyle factors, drinking alcohol, smoking, or consuming too much caffeine. It's crucial to identify if dry mouth is a contributing factor for you. So, what can you do to combat the dry mouth dilemma? The simplest and most immediate step is to increase your water intake throughout the day. Sipping water frequently helps to manually rinse the mouth and keep it moist. Chewing sugar-free gum is another excellent strategy, especially gum sweetened with xylitol. When it comes to maintaining a healthy and fresh-smelling mouth, there is absolutely no substitute for a consistent and thorough oral hygiene routine. This is your frontline defense, the most fundamental and impactful habit you can adopt. Brushing your teeth twice a day is non-negotiable. The goal of brushing is to physically remove the plaque, a sticky film of bacteria, and food debris. When you brush, you are disrupting the bacterial colonies and scrubbing away the fuel they need to produce those foul-smelling sulfur compounds. Using a toothpaste containing fluoride is also important for strengthening your tooth enamel and preventing cavities, which can also be a source of bad breath. However, how you brush is just as important as how often you brush. Many people rush through the process, missing key areas where bacteria love to hide. It's essential to spend at least 2 full minutes on each brushing session. Use a soft, bristled toothbrush and gentle circular motions to clean all surfaces of every tooth. The outer surface, the inner surface, the chewing surface. Pay special attention to the gum line, where plaque can easily build up and lead to gum inflammation, another contributor to bad breath. Think of it as a methodical cleaning process, not a quick scrub. Taking your time ensures you are being effective in removing the source of the problem. While brushing is excellent for cleaning the open surfaces of your teeth, it can't reach the tight spaces between them or the area just below your gum line. This is where flossing comes in, and it's a step that far too many people skip. These in-between spaces are prime real estate for trapped food particles and bacteria. If left undisturbed, this debris will be broken down by anaerobic bacteria, leading to persistent bad breath and potentially causing cavities and gum disease. Flossing once a day is crucial for clearing out these hidden pockets. It's like cleaning the corners of a room that a broom can't reach. Without it, the job is only half done. Finally, don't forget about your tongue. As we've discussed, the back of the tongue is a major reservoir for odor-causing bacteria. After you finish brushing and flossing, take an extra 30 seconds to clean your tongue. You can do this with your toothbrush or even more effectively, with a dedicated tongue scraper. Start from the back of your tongue and gently pull the scraper or brush forward, rinsing it after each pass. You might be surprised at the amount of coating you remove. By adding this simple step to your daily routine, you are directly targeting and removing the largest concentration of bad breath-causing bacteria in your mouth, making a huge impact on the freshness of your breath. Beyond the foundational habits of brushing and flossing, your kitchen can be a surprising source of natural and effective remedies for bad breath. These are not replacements for good oral hygiene, but they can be powerful additions to your fresh breath toolkit. One of the most well-known natural breath fresheners is parsley. Parsley is rich in chlorophyll, a plant pigment believed to have deodorizing properties. Chew a fresh sprig of parsley after a meal to help neutralize odors. Mint leaves work the same way, giving a fresh scent and mild antiseptic action. Another excellent remedy is plain, unsweetened yogurt with active cultures like lactobacillus. Eating yogurt with probiotics regularly can reduce odor-causing compounds in the mouth. The idea: good bacteria crowd out the anaerobic bugs that make volatile sulfur compounds. It's a biological strategy. Introduce good bacteria to fight bad bacteria. A small daily serving of plain yogurt can help balance your oral microbiome and freshen breath over time. Certain spices also help. Chew cloves, fennel seeds, or cardamom pods after meals. These spices have strong aromas that mask odors and contain antiseptic essential oils that kill bad breath bacteria. A small tin of fennel seeds makes a natural alternative to sugary after-dinner mints and can aid digestion. Finally, consider green tea. Green tea helps hydration and fights dry mouth. It's rich in polyphenols, antioxidants that inhibit bad breath bacteria and suppress sulfur compounds. Swap a cup of coffee for green tea to help your breath. If there were a single, simple, and free magic potion for fighting bad breath, it would be water. The importance of staying hydrated cannot be overstated when it comes to maintaining a healthy oral environment. As we've established, a dry mouth is a paradise for the anaerobic bacteria that produce malodorous sulfur compounds. Water is the simplest and most effective way to combat this. By drinking water consistently throughout the day, you are helping to keep your mouth moist, simulating the natural cleansing action of saliva. This simple act creates an environment that is less hospitable for the odor-causing bacteria, making it harder for them to multiply and produce their smelly byproducts. Think of sipping water as giving your mouth a mini rinse. Each sip helps to wash away loose food particles and bacteria that might be lingering on your teeth, tongue, and cheeks. This is especially important after meals and snacks. Instead of letting food debris sit in your mouth, providing a feast for bacteria, a few swishes of water can help clear the slate. This reduces the amount of fuel available for the bacteria to consume and turn into volatile sulfur compounds. It's a proactive measure that disrupts the bad breath production cycle before it even gets a chance to start. Making it a habit to drink a glass of water after every meal is a small change that can yield significant results. How much water is enough? While individual needs can vary, a general guideline is to aim for about 8 8-ounce glasses of water per day. However, instead of focusing on a strict number, a better approach is to simply sip water continuously throughout your day. Keep a reusable water bottle with you at your desk, in your car, or in your bag as a constant reminder. If your mouth feels even slightly dry, take a sip. If you've had a cup of coffee or an alcoholic beverage, make it a point to drink an extra glass of water to counteract their dehydrating effects. The goal is to maintain a consistent state of hydration, preventing your mouth from ever becoming too dry. Beyond just sipping, you can also use water as an active rinsing agent. After you eat, especially if you can't brush your teeth right away, take a mouthful of water and swish it around vigorously for 30 seconds. Achieving and maintaining fresh breath isn't about finding a one-time miracle cure. It's about building a collection of positive daily habits that work together to create a healthy oral environment. It's about creating a lifestyle. The cornerstone of this lifestyle, as we've discussed, is a rock-solid oral hygiene routine. This means brushing for 2 minutes, twice a day, flossing once a day, cleaning your tongue every single day. This isn't something you do only when you feel like your breath is bad. It's a consistent, non-negotiable practice. Think of it like showering, or washing your hands. It's a fundamental part of personal hygiene that prevents problems before they start. Make it a ritual, not a chore. The next pillar of a fresh breath lifestyle is mindful eating and drinking. This doesn't mean you can never enjoy garlic bread or coffee again. It simply means being aware of their effects and taking countermeasures. If you have a meal heavy in onions or garlic, be prepared to be extra diligent with your oral hygiene afterward. If you enjoy a daily coffee, make a conscious effort to follow it with a glass of water. Incorporate breath-friendly foods into your diet, crunchy apples, carrots, yogurt with active cultures. See your diet not just as fuel for your body but also as a tool for managing your oral health. Small, consistent dietary choices can accumulate into a major positive impact over time. Managing your stress levels and getting adequate sleep are also surprisingly important components of this lifestyle. High stress levels can contribute to dry mouth, a breeding ground for bad breath bacteria. Furthermore, when we are stressed, we may neglect our self-care routines, including oral hygiene. Similarly, a lack of sleep and the mouth breathing that can accompany it lead directly to that dreaded morning breath. Prioritizing rest and finding healthy ways to manage stress, such as exercise or meditation. A healthy body is better equipped to maintain a healthy oral ecosystem. Finally, make regular check-ins a part of your routine. This includes self-checks and professional checks. Take a moment each day to assess your own breath. A simple way to do this is to lick the inside of your clean wrist, let it dry for a few seconds, and then smell it. More importantly, schedule regular appointments with your dentist for cleanings and checkups, typically every 6 months. Professional cleanings remove hardened plaque or tartar that you can't remove at home, and your dentist can spot potential issues before they become major problems. This proactive approach is the key to turning temporary fixes into lasting success. While the vast majority of bad breath cases, around 90%, originate from bacteria in the mouth and can be resolved with the hygiene and lifestyle changes we've discussed, there are times when persistent bad breath or halitosis can be a sign of an underlying medical issue. If you have diligently implemented a thorough oral hygiene routine, including daily tongue scraping, flossing, and staying hydrated, and your bad breath problem simply does not improve after several weeks, it's time to seek professional guidance. Your first stop should be your dentist. They are the experts in oral health and are best equipped to determine if the cause is still lurking within your mouth. Your dentist will perform a thorough examination to look for issues that you might not be able to see or fix on your own. They will check for cavities, as the decay process in a tooth can release foul odors. They will also carefully examine your gums for signs of periodontal or gum disease. This condition creates deep pockets between the teeth and gums, which are impossible to clean at home and become perfect, protected havens for odor-causing bacteria. Other potential oral sources could include a poorly fitting dental appliance, a cracked filling, or an oral infection. Treating these specific dental problems is often the key to resolving the associated bad breath. If your dentist gives your mouth a clean bill of health but the bad breath persists, it may be time to consult your general physician. This is because, in a smaller percentage of cases, chronic bad breath can be a symptom of a systemic health problem outside of the mouth. For example, conditions like chronic acid reflux or GERD can cause stomach acids and undigested food to regurgitate, leading to a sour or unpleasant breath odor. Infections in the respiratory tract, such as chronic sinus infections, tonsillitis, or bronchitis, can also be a source of halitosis, as they produce odor-containing mucus and postnasal drip that bacteria can feed on. In rare instances, a specific and unusual breath odor can be a clue to a more serious underlying disease. A fruity or acetone-like smell, for instance, can be a sign of uncontrolled diabetes, also known as ketoacidosis, while a fishy odor can be associated with kidney problems, and a musty smell can be linked to liver issues. It is important not to jump to these conclusions, as these cases are uncommon. However, it underscores the importance of consulting a doctor if your bad breath is persistent and unexplained. Think of your breath as a potential window into your overall health. If simple, direct solutions aren't working, it's a signal from your body that warrants a closer look from a professional. Don't be afraid or embarrassed to bring it up, it's a valid health concern.